I came in the world crying and fussing. Nigga, we ain't have nothing. Every ghetto, I know the same. We tryna make a little change. Preacher man come around talking. I don't wanna hear it, keep walking.
Don't be afraid to venture over the bridge.
I'm Thoro, in every borough, my name be ringing.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
What up, though? This is Murs, aka Captain California. You're watching This Is 50.com.
Yo, what's good? It's DJ Thoro, aka Thorozano, the bridge to the streets. Right now, you're watching the hottest in the streets, right here on ThisIs50.com. Like always, got a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself.
What's up? My name is Murs, represent Strange Music out of Los Angeles, California.
Oh, nice. What part of LA you from?
Midtown, Mid-City.
Mid-City?
Yes, sir. Some people call it West LA. I like to say
Right,
Midtown.
right. LA has went through like a diverse sound. You know, usually back in the days when I was coming up listening to hip hop, they was on the P-Funk, the Parliament.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
A lot of gang banging stuff going on.
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't really get, like back then, you knew when somebody was from LA, they would have on some Dickies,
That's, yeah.
some corduroy house shoes, and a Carhartt shirt or a white tee, or an LA Dodgers hat. That was
Yeah.
LA.
Yeah, I remember in the early 90s coming, or late 90s coming out here for Rocksteady. I went to Rocksteady Park for Rocksteady Jam. It was a cypher outside, and I was probably 18, 19 years old, and I started rapping, and dudes like, oh yeah, you ill, son, where you from? I was like, I'm from LA.
Right.
Nah, you ain't from Cali, nah.
Right.
You got lyrics, B. You
Right.
can't be from
You can't be
California.
from Cali, you got lyrics, right?
Like, they'd be like, oh, then they'd be like, okay, you know MC8?
Right.
We went to 125th to do my school shopping one year. I was 16, and we had never seen no shit like that. It was like the swap. We had lost the swap meet.
Swap meet, right.
But it was outside on the street.
Right.
And it was like, yo, what's up, son? What size you need? I'm like, what? They come out with some real hit figure. They run away, come back with some polo.
Right.
I was like, Mom, I want that. We
Right.
came up. I was laced in that because we didn't really have money like that. But
Right.
come back from Harlem, and then so a couple years later when I was 18 and we came back on my hip hop shit, I was like, oh, I gotta go to 120, and it was shut down, bro.
Right.
It wasn't even like it was.
No, it's different. It's different.
But yeah,
the culture's changed. The music is different. But even back then, in the midst of all the gang banging and the Jerry curl, because Cali was famous for the Jerry curl and all that, you still had like the Far Side.
Yeah.
And people like that.
That's my tree. Yeah, that's where I come off
It was
of.
still balanced. So, where would you fit in at on the LA scene in terms of music?
Yeah, I was coming up on that side. I came up under Freestyle Fellowship,
Freestyle
the
Fellowship,
Far Side.
right. Dale,
Funky Homo
yeah,
Sapien,
Dale.
that's the big homie. Like
Right.
Souls of Mischief,
Alcoholics, right.
That's the crew I came up under. So
Right.
I came off of that branch. It's people that were, a lot of those dudes are from the hood.
Right.
Far Side's from South Central. And it's just, we just kind of went a different way.
Way.
And I was a fan of Black Moon and Wu-Tang because, I was dealing with too many. I still haven't heard Doggy Style in its entirety.
How?
I was just done with LA. I was on Inner 36 Chambers. I was like, because I was smoking weed and like hanging out with the big crib homies like way before. I was just a weird kid, but back then before Chronic came out in LA, if you smoke weed, you was a punk rocker or OG gangster,
Right.
So I was smoking with gangsters and they be like, what's up with Lil Weird cuz? And I'd be like,
Right.
I just like to smoke. I was on my Rasta shit even back then, so
Right.
that was the only people I could smoke with. Then when Doggy Style came out, it became fashionable to be a Crip. It became fashion. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with these fake.
Right.
I'd rather listen to. I was trying to escape, so I was into like Helter Skelter and like.
Coming out of LA, how did you meet up with N9ne? He's from Kansas City. How did that connection come about?
I owned a festival called Pay Dues.
Right.
The biggest independent hip hop festival at the time, and he was one of the biggest independent rappers. So I reached out to him.
Right.
And people assumed that N9ne was this juggalo and blah blah blah, but I had been a fan, so I was like, I'm gonna bring him in and like show him. And my partner also did the festival, Rock the Bells.
Right.
So he was kind of hesitant, and I was like, trust me. So I had him on Paid Dues, and he killed it. But he invited me. He's a real dude, so he invited me back. And I put a lot of people on their first festivals. I won't go through names, but you could check the history, But
Right.
Tech was the only person to reach out for me. Like I wrote him a check, and then he said, fly out to Kansas City. I was like, what for, man? And I didn't know they had this multi-million-dollar megaplex.
Right.
And he's like, whoa. And then they set me down in the office like, now we want to take you on tour for looking out for us. And they paid me nice, and they took me on the road, had my own bunks on the bus for me and my crew, and they really took care of me and exposed me to their amazing fan base.
Right.
So, and then I was with Warner Brothers at the time, and then I was doing business with Dame Dash for a while.
Okay.
And then I was putting out my own records. And when I wanted to get back into the industry, I said it wouldn't be a better label to go with because there's only a few people in this industry that said we're gonna pay. Hey, you gave us a check, cool. We got a check for you, and we're gonna, they gave me a bigger check than I gave them. So then I kept giving them checks, and it was just, it was good business. So I was like, I want to continue to do business with a family like this.
Right. A lot of people know N9ne is a self-made millionaire.
Yeah.
Like he's loaded. Like he's been doing this for a minute.
Yeah.
Never signed a deal. Always put his music out independently.
Yeah,
he may be one of the best to ever do it independently. Like put him up there with a Master P.
Yeah, Master P.
And people like
Too
that.
Short. Yeah,
and Too Short. Even Jay-Z before he signed on to when he was in his Rockefeller days or whatever. Like he's been, but only thing about N9ne, he's continuing to do his own thing or whatever.
Yeah, he don't stop.
And that's big.
No, he's the big homie, man. Much love to Tech, and yeah, one of the best live performers ever.
Right. And you have let's talk about the single you got out. You have a new record out.
Yeah, I got a new record out called God Bless Kanye West, and we're dropping a new record called Lemon Juice featuring my boy Curtis King. And,
Okay.
He's a light skinned nigga, and when light skinned dudes, I'm sorry, can we say the N word?
No, you gotta say it. It's mandatory.
50, right? I can't, right? So
it's mandatory.
So when a dark skinned nigga and a light skinned nigga get together, it's like Ill and Now, Scratch, Kid and Play.
Right.
Lord Tariq and Peter Guns, it's a hit. So
it's
Lemon Juice is a hit.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
About that.
Yeah, science to this shit.
That's kind of true. That's the science. I'm saying he figured it out. Damn, that's why he making it. I gotta get with a light skinned nigga. Damn, all these niggas I fuck with a dark skin.
Yeah, don't do it, bro. Fuck. You got bridge the gap.
All right, I'm sorry. All you artists that's dark skinned, I can't fuck with you niggas. You gotta be light skinned.
So yeah, and basically the song Lemon Juice is us trying to get at a girl, and we both roasting each other. Just killing them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He get at me because I'm a little older, you know what I'm saying? He said Murs so old, he got a Walkman in his pocket, and I call him a light-skinned Drake wannabe. It's a fun, like, just bring some fun back to hip-hop, that Will Smith vibe. He does, in people's top 5 dead or alive, Will kind of never gets the respect, but he a real nigga, and he had fun with it, and he ended on a high note. He's one of the best to ever do it, so I kind of want to bring that spirit back. Everybody's kind of tough, everybody's trapping. And a lot of, Migos is fun. They trapping and having fun. I like that. Right. But I just want to just do pure fun. No gangster shit, just fun. Just you and your homies roasting each other and having fun. He's been my boy for years. So.
Right, okay. All right, so what's next for you, like, after this single? What are you looking to do with your music?
Sheesh. I don't know. I had to take a break. My girl's about to have a baby. And
congratulations.
She wants to have it at home. So I'm having a baby born in Inglewood at the crib. So that's going to be interesting. So I'm just kind of wrapping my head around that right now.
You're a paramedic? Because who's going to deliver this baby?
We got a midwife, you know what I'm saying? She has very beautiful long locks. And she's very, earthy. I'm with a very natural woman, vegan. We're having a vegan baby at home, my nigga. That's what we having, you know what I'm saying?
A vegan baby
born in
home.
Inglewood. In a tub. I got to just dispose of the water out in the backyard, on a lemon tree, and we gonna keep it pushing. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Hey, so that's, I just try to, the album come out, the babies due about a couple days or on that day. Babies due any time now. I might get a text right now that her water broke, got fly back to LA.
Is that?
Yeah, so I'm on borrowed time right now, but I had to come out from, so after this, I'm just getting her situated in the baby, and then hopefully, some touring and another video on the single, but I haven't really thought too much past getting this album out, being here talking to people like you, and then then I worry, as long as I'm just trying to make sure, I don't know what this is gonna be like, bro. So I know what the album is like. I'll be happy once she's safe and healthy and the baby's healthy, then I can get on and think about rap.
Right. Correct me if I'm wrong, and if I'm right, you had a lot of political views. I guess speaking on Trump, and then like gay rights or whatever.
Yeah.
For the record, are you gay?
No, I'm definitely.
No, I'm asking this question.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was
because for most people will be like, why is he defending or what's the point of that?
I'm the same dude that ate Roxy Reynolds live on Shade 4.
You ate her out?
Yeah. On the radio, on Angela Yee's show. Yeah, everybody on the internet on it.
You ate Roxy Reynolds out live on the air?
Yeah.
Okay. Then.
So I don't know. So when niggas came with the gay shit, I'm like, nah, you don't gotta be gay to be pro gay rights. I'm so about my business, and if you're really about pussy or money with everybody, what the fuck you care what another nigga do with his dick? Like, what kind of sense does that make? And if it's a sin against God, I think God can handle it.
Right.
Let God handle that. Like, get your money. And niggas, you doing that well, you got time to think about what another man's fucking? If he's trying to fuck you, all it takes is no. Because after that video came out, niggas came at slid on my no. And
Right.
I didn't feel no kind of way, but I ate Roxy Rose pussy in the air, and I kissed a man in the video. It was one take. I was married at the time. I thought I was about to be able to tongue the dude down. I was like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'll do this shit right now. I'm that kind of dude, man. I'll be like people like when I was younger, the niggas be like, go slap that nigga for $25. I'm that dude. I'm like, fuck it. Like, so, and I'm telling my wife, I'm about to tongue this nigga down, watch. And she was like, you won't even be
Was this a dare? Is this
in my mind, like I kind of just hyped it up like that, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, fuck it. And then we got to the scene.
What was it? It was a movie.
I had a song about gay rights, about a teenage suicide, and I wanted to play the character.
You wanted
in the video.
to play the character.
I wanted to play just to put myself on the line, like I'm really for this shit. I'm with the shit. I'm pro gay rights, pro, and I was like, she's like, you're not even gonna be able to do it. And they call action. I went, oh, it's not for me, bro. And I was like, I hope y'all got it. And I went into it thinking like, and it's just not me, you know what I'm saying? But it was funny because
you couldn't do it.
I did it. We just that one peck,
and
they were like, all right, well now we're gonna get another thing. I was like, nah, B. I was like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But I made my point. I got family members that are gay, and
right.
I just, I'm like if I had to put myself out there and take some of the brunt, I was for it because it's like, and as far as black people, we got way too much other shit to go on, like the police, like. Black on black violence, gay black men is the least of my worry. People are saying they're making us soft, and I know some hard ass, like I never, there are soft, but there's some soft ass straight niggas too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are we just gonna go against soft niggas? Then cool, let's all unite. But if we not, like, just because you like dick don't make you soft, and I don't care. Like, we don't even have to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're doing business, if we're, whatever we're doing, it has nothing. I don't care. Because I'm like everybody else. Like I watch like the posters. I flinch. I'm not perfect, but I'm willing to have the conversation.
Right.
That's it. So no, I'm not gay. I got a baby that I made. The first one, my other two kids are adopted. I bought my kids.
You bought your kids?
Well, I adopted. I felt like that was. A lot of people talk about the movement and what you're doing for the community, and I wanted to adopt a black child instead of letting another child go into the system. I felt that, some people march, some people get in the movements however they can. When I got my rap money, this is what I wanted to do.
Right.
Not a Benz, so that's what I did. And now I'm having my first child myself. And I'm excited, man. But yes, I love pussy very much. And I thought that was abundantly clear because I almost fucked around and got banned from one of the biggest radio stations because I love it that much. Right. So, yeah.